systems will be disrupted. And we may have to bring down buildings to just let a rail line go past it to pay compensation for those who are properly documented. So the planning has to be balanced with environmental preservation, making sure that all stakeholder management is another very key one in it, so that your project is not sabotaged. You so these are the problem. On the government side, it's very expensive. On the developer side, real estate, private and commercial real estate developers, it is also very risky if all of why you're building around that location is because of the rail, and then the rail never gets completed.
All right, thank you so much. All right, before I go to Abuja for their question again, let's talk about the long-term real estate growth. What long-term growth opportunities do you see for the real estate markets if Nigeria's interstate rail transport system continues to expand and improve? Because that's what everybody expects. We don't, like we said earlier, we don't want it to end with just the Lagos Ibadan or Abuja Kaduna. That is what we hear about. We have also the Warri Itakpe. This will also help in decongesting traffic in Lagos and some other urban cities. So let's look at long-term growth now.
Long-term growth, massive. You become an international hub. If you connect the rails to the airport, you have more investors coming in. It's funny to see the link between how having an integrated rail system can even, bring down the exchange rates, because what that means is more foreign direct investment. If I have to be, I'm an international investor, I touch down in Lagos, I'm able to easily hop on the train from Lagos to say your Onitsha, your Aba, to do serious business within a few hours. Is dependable, and I'm easily able to go back to the airport in a few days or the next day, and I'm jetting out. It is very easy. Not now. I'm an investor. I touch down in Lagos. I have to look for 2 Land Cruisers and 1 Hilux with Mopo and soldier or whoever to escort me. I get to the road is so bad, irrespective of the security issue is one thing. The other thing is the roads are so bad. You're spending many hours in traffic. So the economy just explodes, just opens up everything, because the rail system is a very reliable way of moving goods and services and people. And then what that does for the long-term growth of an economy is it makes it very sustainable. Property, like in the of the world, if you see property prices going up, it's not the locals anymore. Yeah, your property is, for anybody who wants to buy, you're competing against international capital. Like here in London, it's, if you want to buy a house, you're competing against the guy who is coming from UAE, from Russia, from Nigeria, from everywhere in the world. So it's not only your locals that are buying and then your real estate market becomes very, very deep. Very, very deep. Yes, there's some downside to it, but there's also a lot of upside that, when you attract international capital, to fund all these projects, the ripple effect is massive. Jobs will be created. You see the impact on the things that people can do locally. So on the long term, it's massive, it's beautiful, and the good part is rail systems are enduring infrastructure that can last for 100 years. There are some rail systems here in London that literally have been on for over 100 years, and still working. Some cars on the rail system have been there since 80 years. The same car where you sit in for 80 years, still working. So it's something that will keep giving. If you can look for ways to block all leakages and make sure collections come in, it's something that would outpay the owners, the investors, and it will keep giving and keep giving and keep giving. So nothing, does more for economic development than something that is that sustainable.
For me, you have, as we wrap up this, you have the next question. But let me mention also that we were supposed to have a former director of rail operations, Mr. Ali, here with us. But the Minister of Transportation in Nigeria is in Lagos. So everybody shifted the attention to him. We would have had him on the show today. But Mr. Adigun is just doing the perfect job and giving us all the answers that we need. Thank you so much. Ayobami.